That's also 3 points to Dominic Ladler's name in this race. Michael Stark with his first 2 of the season. And then we have Cesco Maria collecting 1 potentially important point when he tries to catch up to the guys in front.
He's going to be pretty pleased with that, I think, getting on the podium, at least for qualifying. Let's hope he can continue it into the race.
We will find out in just a moment's time. Do you expect carnage down into turn 1-2?
I think it'd be optimistic to say no. I think that there's plenty of space. Hopefully the guys will leave each other the space. If you need to run off track, you can run off track. It's fine. Just don't run into another car, please.
I do believe we're going to see a little bit more carnage in turn 2. Because if you cut a little bit too much on the inside, your car is going to bounce. There's like a nasty little bump in there. So I believe... Not to jinx anyone, but I believe one guy will spin out there.
We had Lewis McLeod yesterday arguing that the commentator's curse does not exist. We will find out today if it exists. We have seen it previously in this season alone, but in benefit of the doubt, we are missing currently 2 cars from the grid. Let's hope that they can make it in. But yeah, 2 BMWs on the front row, and then Peugeot, Porsche, and Porsche, as the Flasher is already being warmed up for the race. And we go racing here in Asia, and we have 1 car spinning in the background immediately. One of the Porsches spun round. Dominic Ladler with a good getaway, and side by side between the 2 Peugeots behind. Schwigo moving up into 3rd, and now trying to go down the inside as Renault Krieger has to defend. And that should be Cesco Maria and Piotr Zadybeth spun out. Oh, I'm not... Piotr Zadybeth also was sideways at the very least.
Yeah, but messy there in the first couple of corners, but Dominic Ladler seems to have got away pretty safely. He's got Schwigo about 2nd behind him. Stark is 2nd behind him as well, as they start to head out onto the Monsal Straight for the first time.
And it was Cesco Maria, the Peugeot that was spun out, with Carsten Hermann Konarski, so it was indeed one of the X-Top liveried Porsche, but it was of the other NGS driver in the form of Carsten Hermann Konarski, who is now teaming up with Alizar to get by Alpine Merc in the Peugeot. So we have a 3-way fight going into the first chicane.
Slightly ironic calling yourself Alpine Merc in the 1 series where there's neither of them.
That is a very true case, but getting all messed up here at the exit of the first chicane. And now again, these 3 cars nose to tail. The BMW in front, that is Brandon Boyd. Dennis Kutzer jumped up into 7th. He didn't take part in qualifying, so he's coming from the far back and off the grid. And now getting alongside is Alizar, as Alpine Merc has to go through the escape road and rejoins in a very unsafe way, clipping the Porsche off. That was Carsten Hermann Konarski. Up front, Schwigo made his way past the BMW of Michael Stark and is now chasing down Dominic Ladler. As the BMW of, I think that was John Chandler going right, his first appearance in one of the official leagues. He has been a very active community member, and it's very nice to see him here. Still trying to adjust to the car, as it seems a bit, but currently in a very respectable 7th. And that is Michael Stark going by and being collected by Renault. So a lot of chaos here on this opening lap, except for our leader Dominic Ladler.
Yeah, it seems like a good tactic by Ladler here to get out of the way of this carnage that's been going on in the mid-pack. It's given him quite a nice lead. Got Schwigo just behind him still, and then a good few seconds back to Krieger.
Look at this pack. Porsche, BMW, Peugeot, 2 NGS drivers, and Brandon Boyd in the middle of it, now letting the Spaniard through, going into the Porsche curves. Bit of damage on many of these cars, but it seems like everyone is still soldiering on. And Dennis Kurzer is again... He has a lot of damage on the front right. I'm not sure, that may just be visual on the broadcast, so it probably is not affecting his performance. But he's again in the same position he found himself last time, where cars in front are battling, and he's just lurking, waiting for his chance to strike. John Chandler getting very messed up there through the chicane. Alizar moving by. A very, very chaotic opening phase here. And Alizar again running wide. This is exactly what he has done with the GT1 cars. Can he catch it? No, he's spinning round in Tertre Rouge, and that will lose him a lot of time to pretty much probably drop him to the back of the field.
Estumanera seems to be making a pretty decent comeback drive already after his lap 1 drama. Already back up to 8th place, just behind Carsten Konarski.
NGS is again running very well in this race, just like they did last time out. But Schrigo is also still in a good contention with Dominic Ladler here, only 6/10th, and he's always, of course, gaining in the slipstream. In that carbon-liveried Peugeot, very stealth in the shadows of the trees.
Should tell him to turn off the headlights for extra power.
Well, on a physical basis, theoretically, you push yourself back if you have lights to the front. Cesco Montoya side by side with Carsten Hermann Konarski and getting by way before the braking zone. Since these cars are pretty much equal in terms of performance, this damage that Carsten Hermann Konarski has on the front right from that opening incident may cost him quite considerable top speed, which at this track is letting you bleed out quite a bit. On another side,
top speed is very important here, isn't it? So you don't want to be losing top speed. Otherwise it's a lot of lap time missing on the table.
Dennis Kurzer not letting go of Piotr Zadar. We will calculate the championship points in a bit to see where they currently stack up. Definitely helps Renault Krieger to stay in front of these two drivers. They start battling each other.